I talk a little bit about the clear direction, as I know that many of you are wanting to have that, and I know how it feels to be super frustrated about not having a clear direction. There was a long time where I was really feeling that I was almost going crazy, and because I didn't have a clear direction when it came to my professional life. So it was very diffuse. I had a lot of, let's say, options and many passions and many things that I was very talented, let's say, or really experienced at. So it was hard for me to actually find within me, like, what is it basically that I really want to do. And I knew, let's say, somehow the core of what I wanted to do, but for me it was such a big, I made it such a big deal, and I made it into a really tacky, challenging thing that I never landed on, and I just remember how much of my time and my energy and focus it really took away from me, and it just stole so much of my time. It's how I felt. And it really also made me like second guessing myself and second guessing in my abilities. And sometimes I even wondered, like, will I ever going to find this 100% clear direction so that I know with all of my body that I know the path I have chosen is really the right one for me. And I had questions like, how can I ever really be 100% sure that I have chosen the right path for myself? And I also had some kind of like a commitment issue with it too, because I sort of felt like, oh my God, am I ready to commit? I guess because I am someone who loves to have my freedom, and I also know that to let's say tie down to one specific line of work, it comes with things to consider, such as how much flexibility does it gonna give you, you know, my resources, you know, like how do I want to use myself in that line of work, and what is important for myself, and what skill sets do I want to use and not to use. And it was like, what, and the people, like who is going to become my clients and customers, and do I really want to have those kinds of customers? So there was just a million questions, and they were just like swirling around my mind like 24/7, and it was just never it was really never ending, but it did in the end. And thank God. And but what I want to share with you here, so if you are finding yourself in a position where you kind of like, oh my God, that's me, and you recognize yourself in what I've just shared with you, so I have something really interesting to share with you here. And that is that, you know what, to gain that clear direction, and this is so extremely paradoxical, when it has nothing to do with any of those questions that I had back then, you know, and if that's you now, you know, it's not about becoming clear on all those kinds of questions, right? It doesn't. What it has absolutely everything to do with when you are wanting to have a clear direction, that is to actually it's to regain back confidence, inner like that inner security, inner sense of security, and self-belief. Those are the three things that you absolutely need, and it's essential to regain back, because at the moment you lack these things. You're lacking confidence. You no longer have that self-trust, right? So with that inner sense of security, you know, it translates to self-trust. And also, you are not believing in yourself. It means you second guess yourself, you're doubting yourself. And so those are the three elements that really needs to be put back into place The beautiful thing though is that when you have these things, call it reinstalled, within yourself, reawakened, let's say, within yourself, because they are not gone. It's not like they're completely not there. It's not like that. But right now there are other things which is overshadowing your natural ability to have those three components. And the shadows basically is that second guessing and self-doubt, and just having been in that situation of non-clarity for a long time, it just really makes us second guess ourselves, and it's just so confusing as well, because it's so hard, because all you really want is to get all of your energy and you want to push it into one specific direction, right? But you can't do that when you don't have a clear direction. But right now you're just spending all of your time on wanting to figure out what really is the clear direction for you, when in reality it doesn't have anything to do with that. It actually has everything to do with gaining those three components. And how I really can explain that to you, metaphorically speaking, is that, so imagine that you have a map, right? And you know where you're wanting to go, because also that's another point. Like it's not that you're not knowing where you're wanting to go in that sense. Like there's many things that you already know, but it's just that you're not taking action on it. You know, it's just the part which is so freaking frustrating, is that you're not, it's that paralyzing feeling, and never taking any action that leads you any closer to that so-called final destination, or in the right direction at least, right? And so when you have a map and you're looking at the map and you know where you're heading, like you know where you're, like which direction, but the first thing, like what's the first question that you're asking yourself when you have a map in front of you, right? It will always be, where are you on the map, right? And so when you know where you are on the map and you know where you're heading, it's really easy to get to the destination, right? And that's how it is. Like right now, you don't know where you are on the map, you know? And so that's why I am saying to you that to know where you are on the map, then these are the components that you are needing, right? It is to have that inner sense of security, confidence, and self-belief, self-trust. And this is something that I am helping you with, and I do that using my energy organizing systems. And this has been working extremely successful for myself as well as for my clients. And I know that this will also work really well for you as well. And when you are curious upon what exactly, how I can help you regain those three components so that you can get to gain that clear direction again. And ultimately, basically, it has all to do with so that you can grow your business without sacrificing your fulfillment, right? So that's the overall what we are really doing here. So this is only one thing of the things that I help you with using the energy organizing system. And so reach out to me, send me a message, and I will be really happy to guide you and help you, have a consultation with you, and to look a little bit deeper into your specific situation, and also share with you my energy organizing system and how it will specifically fit into your situation. Okay, so I hope that all of this was really helpful for you, and send me that message so that we can get you started, and so that you can get yourself out of this situation of never advancing in the right direction. And so put an end to this, and send me that message, and I will be more than happy to have a call and have a conversation with you. And so with that, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening, and we will speak hopefully really soon. I am 𝗟𝗲𝘁'𝘀, a wellness trainer.